Here are 5 habits of the top 1% of the world. One of the first ones is promises they keep to themselves. This is basically never going back on your word. When you say you want to get something done, you don't negotiate a way out of it. You get it done. If I'm saying I'm waking up at 7 o'clock in the morning, I gotta wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning. They don't get lazy. They don't just let time pass and forget about their goal they had in mind. They do it. Whatever promise they make to themselves, they stick to it always. And that was the first habit, right? The second habit is being able to wake up early and go to bed early. This is the killer one, because I know people like me and everyone that I know, they struggle with going to bed on time, right? I'm not even joking. I get home late at night because I have work, and then I just want to relax, right? And the hardest thing is setting to yourself that you are gonna go to bed at this specific time. Whoa. You're gonna go to bed at this specific time, right? And you're not gonna negotiate out of it. A lot of it is your brain telling you, like, hey, you're gonna do whatever you want. You relax, take it easy. Just do whatever you want, right? That's what your brain is telling you. But if you want to be top 1%, you gotta stick to your word. This is going back to the first example, right? Promises that we must keep to ourselves. Don't go back on your word. And then that literally helps with everything. If you say you're gonna go to bed at 10 o'clock every night, 11 o'clock every night, do it. Don't stay up late, because what happens is you don't get anything productive done. And then people will be like, well, I actually work late. But then guess what? Your mornings are shot. You are not going to have a productive morning. And then you're not going to function as well because you didn't get as much sleep. Sleep is one of the biggest things like everyone needs. And the top 1%, they do this. They have their sleep schedule pretty locked, and they have their days planned. Which actually brings me into point number 3. Blocking time throughout the day. Now, what do I mean by this? I mean setting schedules, right? You have schedules throughout the day, right? I always mark on my calendar that I have work on Monday and Wednesday from this time to this time. And I'm not even joking, I have a whiteboard of what I want to do, right? I have my goals and my things I want to accomplish every day, right? In the mornings, I do certain things, and then the day I do certain things, at night I do, and I have an overall goal, right? This is what I want you guys to get across to you guys, right? I want you to realize that setting time to do certain things will help you stay on it, will not have you go back on your promises. And if you do, then you're only hurting yourself, by the way. But if you set those times to go outside to the gym, or you go be social, go to an outing with some friends, or you set time for work, you want to work hard on your business you're trying to accomplish, or setting time for homework, right? This will help you in the long run, right? This will help you in the long run to achieve what you want to achieve in life, right? So don't just don't just say something and not do it. Again, this is always tying back to the first example of just keeping your promise, right? Keep your promise, because you're only hurting yourself, right? You're not going to hurt me. You're not going to hurt anyone you know. They might be like, oh, okay, you needed that. You know what? It's okay. Don't worry. They'll coddle you. Be like, it's okay. But do you think the top 1% got to where they were by being coddled and being like, okay, and okay with whatever the heck is happening? No. They pushed themselves. They've gotten up, they failed. They gotten up, they failed. That's how they got there, right? And you got to achieve this mindset. Right? So the first example was keeping their promises or their word, right? The second is going to bed early and waking up early. Those are great. The third example we talked about was setting a block schedule, timing your day, making your day do this at this time, do this at this time. And one more point to that, you guys can block a rest time. I do that. Like, there's a specific time throughout my day. If I know I didn't get sleep, I take like 30 minutes to an hour to just rest, to just like recover, to just like not deal with stress, right? You guys can do that. Just set it a part of your schedule, and then okay, now's my rest time. After my rest time, I'm gonna go harder than last time, right? And if you do that, it actually helps you more than just having any rest time at any time, because then you lose track of time, right? But if you have like an alarm or a schedule that says, okay, from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I will just rest. I'll take a nap, right? You know that at 2 o'clock, you got to get busy, right? You got to get busy. But if you're like, okay, I'm just really tired, I'm going to go lie down. Like, you don't have a time that you're going to get up. You could get up in 10 minutes. You can get up in 3 hours. That's happened to me before where it's the weekend and, you know, I'm resting. I'm like, okay, I got a productive morning. I'm just going to go lie down for a bit. And then I lie down at like, was it 11 a.m. and I wake up at like 2. I'm not even joking. I wake up at like 2 or 3 and I'm like, what the heck just happened? I lost so much time. Right? You don't have a lot of time in the day. It's very important that you guys get this. Okay? So those are the 3. We got 2 more. But first, if you guys are looking for one-on-one coaching for free, I have an active Skool community. It's in beta right now, so you guys can join for free. And it's all about confidence. It's all about working out and nutrition. If you guys are trying to seek these 3 pillars and level up and be the best version of yourselves, guys, now is the time. It will change your life. Okay? It's changing my life being a part of it. It will change your life too. Okay? The link is in the pinned comment and also in the description. So fill out the form, I'll review it, and then we'll schedule an onboarding call and I'll help you guys out. Okay? Let's get to work, baby. Let's get to work, okay? Now, we got 2 more that the top 1% do, right? The biggest one, it's not that hard. It's being physically attractive. Now, you can't just magically be physically attractive. You have to work to that. Whether that's your style, like leveling up what you look like with clothes on, where you can wear chains, if you have a watch, whatever you want, right? And it's also working out in the gym to get to your peak physique, right? To your peak physique, all right? Now, you can't really change your height. I know some people are short, on the shorter side or on the taller side. I'm on the shorter side. I'm only 5'6", right? But you can use height boosting shoes if you really want, but it's just being confident, right? It's having that confidence to just not give a shit, right? I don't want to cuss just in case YouTube, but having that confidence, right? So ways around it. Anybody can get to at least, I think, a 6 out of 10. At least. If you, let's just say you're like really ugly, like you don't take care of yourself, you smell bad, whatever the case may be, you can fix all of that and go to at least a 6 out of 10 if you're in the gym, fixing your hygiene, fixing what you wear. Like, it's crazy how you can change this, right? But it just takes having that discipline to work out, and working out's hard, I know, but in the long run, it will help you. It's like making an investment early in like the stock market, right? You invest and you just let it sit and grow, right? You work out and you just work out constantly and you grow, right? That's how it works. That's how it works. So do it now. Don't wait. Start right now. That's what the top 1% do. They keep their peak physique, all right? They want to be big. But you might be like, oh, Jeff Bezos is not big. Well, he was probably at least in shape as he was making his money, right? Now that he has his money, he can chillax. But those are we're talking about people that are on the grind to try to be that top 1%, right? So that was part 4, being your peak physical condition. You know, looking good, feeling good, smelling good, dressing good, like all that good stuff, right? The last one I would say is just being able to track your weeks and your days, right? Basically looking back at your week and being like, okay, I did this was really good, and then being like, hey, I want to improve on this next week, right? I want to be able to do this. I want to be able to make this amount of money this week, or I want to be able to hit a PR this week, or I want to be able to eat right, or go out to social events and help boost my confidence, whatever that may be, whatever your goal is. But being able to look back at the previous week and then come back to the next week and be like, this is what we want to get done, right? So being able to track your weeks is very important and will help you so much. I just recently started getting into it, and I'm telling you right now, it's helping me a lot. It's helping me stay accountable for what I do, right? It really helps. It helps a lot, right? You're able to know, okay, I didn't do this, I want to do it this week, or I need to do it this week, right? And when you say that, it goes back to 1, keeping the promises, right? Keeping your promises and your word, because your word is your word, right? It doesn't matter what anyone thinks, but you, right? If you don't like follow your word and you go against your word, like, you're only hurting yourself. Like, whatever you want to achieve in life, you're hurting it to yourself. Okay, so those are the 5 main points of the top 1%. That is what the people that want to get to the top 1% are doing. Millions, right? So I appreciate you guys watching, man. Again, daily uploads always happening on the YouTube. Make sure you guys subscribe. Follow my Twitch. It is currently banned, but we'll be back in like 7 days. If you guys want, fill out the Google form in the description and the pinned comment. I'll review it, and we'll get you guys access to the Skool community. We're going to be hosting weekly Zoom calls, challenges throughout the week, and progression. We're going to really work. It's the Body and Confidence Lab, where we are going to really test our experiments in the laboratory, is what I like to call it. You know, we're going to be challenging ourselves and getting after it, guys. I appreciate you guys watching, man. You guys are always great. Stay tuned for tomorrow's video. And yeah, that's how you can be the top 1%, baby. Peace out, everybody. Peace out.